going? Are we doing it? Yeah, we're doing it. All right, hey guys.
You just got blown up.
Did I? Oh, I did. Oh shit. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to the channel.
Hi.
We're playing Sector 13 today with the developers behind the game and some of their friends. Everyone's already across the country. We got Ryan and Drew who make the game.
Hi, everybody.
What?
Howdy.
Did I? Oh god damn it. Okay.
Brian,
I
you know
always
what
leave
they're
Twitch.
doing.
I always forget I leave Twitch open in the background, and then I'm like, why is there an ad playing in the background? Oh yeah. Oh son of a gun.
Whoops.
Stuffy, that was my kill. For that, you will pay a terrible price.
Oh! I just ran into an asteroid. That was funny.
Oh,
And I'm on fire.
Can anyone
Fire!
else land on their ACMC?
I don't even
cannot.
know where that is. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be landing on.
Yeah, we need to make that more obvious in our heads-up display. We have plans for it.
Oh! Owie,
great.
owie, 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 owie. I am on fire!
This mine?
Oh, girl, you got blowed up.
Oh, sweet!
Man.
I killed somebody.
Yeah.
Space Batman has your back, Stuffy.
Yeah?
He's
Well,
like
I just boosted into an asteroid for
Whoop.
no apparent reason. So
he's like your freaking wingman, because twice now I've almost had you and then he took me out.
Maybe I should cheat.
Woo! So, guys, the objective of this is basically you were saying Halo in space.
That
Yes.
would be a good way to put it in a nutshell, yeah.
Blow
That's-
up all of the things.
Blow up all the things, and you can't go wrong with that. It's nice, simplistic gameplay, and sometimes you want that. Sometimes you want to just jump in with a
Yep.
bunch of friends or people you just met this morning, and and
We
blow
would have that, like, those holy crap moments like you always see in Halo that the people use the Forge to put online and stuff. Just the crazy explosions and bodies flying around, and those moments where you're like, ah!
Okay, there is no way I've had 23 deaths.
How do you?
Yeah, the death counter is currently broken.
How can you see that?
If you hold
Enter.
down back or enter on the keyboard, back on the gamepad is the scoreboard.
Oh, okay. Oh, got me.
Gotcha.
The scores are totally jacked up though, because I think it's counting anybody's death as a death for you, or
Oh.
something like that.
That's pretty funny.
We need to fix that.
The kills should be pretty accurate though. So if you just look at that column, you can sort of tell.
Hey, you know you can afterburn, right, Brian? By clicking
Yeah.
the,
Yeah, I just don't like it.
It's
it's
not
a
a
death trap right now.
it's not a very good strategy at the moment. It's kind of a suicide.
It kind of
to keep
is.
that.
It kind of puts you in a straight line where you're really easy to hit. It's
Yeah.
If it was instantaneous and actually could outrun certain types of attacks, it'd be a lot more useful. But
yeah.
We're gonna make it so that it doesn't reduce your maneuverability to nothing. You're gonna maintain your maneuverability. It's gonna make you go really fast. You'll be able to dodge stuff.
I don't even know what just happened.
We'll
We'll probably
probably.
limit it
Hit by
some
my
way, though.
rockets.
Yeah, you probably won't be able to fire your weapons while it's active. Or
That
something
makes sense.
like that.
So, how far along is this game? Would you say? How long have you guys been working on it?
We actually started this back in 2001, just Drew and I in our dorm room.
What? 2001.
not this version of it, though.
This version of it we've only been working on for the past, in our
Couple
spare
years.
time. We all have day jobs, so this is
Right.
sort of a nights and weekends kind of deal.
Right.
This version now was started in 2012 in
Oh, okay.
March of 2012. So we're coming up on a year or 3 years.
And this is
This
in
version. Spare
this is
time work.
This is in Unity. It looks like.
That's correct.
Ah.
Using the Unity engine, and we freaking love the Unity engine.
Yeah. There are a lot of people. I hear a lot of from developers. I hear a lot of pros and cons about Unity. Some people don't
Yeah.
like it. Some people like it. you
Every
know.
engine has its pros and cons, certainly.
Yeah.
Um,
Sure.
We've found Unity to be the most well-supported engine out there, the biggest community, it's the engine that has the most third-party plugins and software out there for doing a lot of the mundane and even really interesting stuff in games that you don't necessarily want to have to, reinvent the wheel for. So
Right.
it's it's not it's probably not the most optimized or the most beautiful looking engine when you compare it to things like Unreal 4 and maybe the Far Cry or the Cry engine, but that is way offset by the ease of use. It is by far the easiest engine to make games for. And really, the claims that the Cry engine and the Unreal 4 are a better looking engine, that really is just up to your artists and your shader programmers, because Unity can do pretty much everything those engines can do just as well. Maybe not with as, good optimization necessarily, or, memory management, things like that, but if you can make a pretty game in Unreal 4, you can make a pretty game in Unity, in my opinion.
It's nice because even I'm not a programmer at all, but it's a little bit of practice. I've been able to start building scenes in Unity and adding my own art assets and looking up scripts and things like that. So it's nice as an artist to be able to get the immediate feedback in the game engine and test your assets that way.
Somebody just tested my assets.
You blew up right in front of me. I actually clinked into some of your carcass there.
That's very nice. Woo! Ah, got me.
So yeah, this
Oh,
is
I got him. Death beyond the grave.
This is a really early pre-alpha version of Sector 13, just showing off sort of the gameplay, the look and feel of the game. We have many features yet to implement, including customizable hardpoint weapons, special maneuvers, really make you feel like a badass starfighter pilot without having to do a whole lot of real fancy maneuvering.
Right, but already what you guys have is pretty nice. I mean, the controls are super tight with the 360 controller here. It feels really nice.
That was the first thing that we wanted to get really, really good, because we knew that this game was going to live or die on its flight model. And we really wanted that really fast, responsive arcade action feel. We didn't want to go with some traditional, precisely calculated Newtonian physics model where you're sliding around every turn and pretty much playing on an ice rink like it really would be in space. We wanted something that felt a lot more like airplanes in an atmosphere. And we've already gotten some criticism from certain pedants who are complaining that we're not using realistic physics, and
well, I mean,
we just feel that realistic physics aren't necessarily fun.
I mean, it depends on
the fun game.
It depends on the game, I mean,
exactly.
So many of these space games are World War II in space, and that's worked fine for TIE Fighter and Free Space and Wing Commander. So why not? Why not one more game? I mean,
exactly.
It's part of the legacy. So what the hell? Why not?
Exactly.
Oh,
I like that you said Halo in space at the start. I kind of wear my Halo inspiration on my sleeve.
Well, that's what someone told. That's what someone told me, and I forget who told me that, but it seems pretty apt.
A lot of the idea behind the balancing of the armor versus shields versus basically sprinting versus walking or running. It really, in the weapon balance, the amount of time it takes damage over time versus fire rate versus ammo, all of that's it's kind of that Halo model of multiplayer. And we've often said that anything a first-person shooter can do, we can probably do it as well, but in a starfighter. We can do capture the flag modes, or in our case, it'd be like capture the escape pod. We can do battlefield-style conquest modes with the capital ships. We could even do Call of Duty's gun game, which we were discussing yesterday. Grumpy, you're on the call. I thought you had a really good idea.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
Grumpy, maybe you can explain. Because Stuffy just
sorry, there was an
shot me in the face.
What's the Call of Duty gun game? I haven't played Call of Duty since Call of Duty.
There's a mode called, I think it's called gun game in Call of Duty. It has different, depending on Counter-Strike or something like that, where it has different names depending on which game you're playing. But basically you go through the whole roster of guns in the game. So you start off with one gun, and then you have to get 2 kills with that gun. Then you move on to the next gun.
Oh,
God damn it, Eric.
Battlefield 3 had that news called Gunmaster.
Interesting.
Yeah. You start with the basics, and then you
You start
move
with like
up.
Yeah.
the basic pistol, and then you work your way up through like shotguns, submachine guns, the heavy machine gunnery, and then the sniper rifle.
In Sector 13, the way it would work is you would start off with a certain starfighter, and when you respawn, when you get killed, or when you make a kill, you would respawn as the next starfighter.
Oh.
And the objective would be to get through to make a kill with every starfighter in the game before anyone else does.
Well,
So we've really studied all of what the popular type of first-person shooter modes are out there, and we seem to have an equivalent that we could do in this game, for almost all of them.
what about the Arsenal mode in Unreal Tournament 2004?
The what now?
Explain what that mode is. I think I know what you're talking about.
It's a mode where you have an objective, like take over. There are 2 teams, and like one team has to protect this train car, for example, from being captured, and the other team has to take the train car. And there are weapon points and spawn points all over the place. I think it's called Arsenal mode.
We have a similar mode called Objective Mode, where
Ooh, nice.
each arena has a specific story-based objective to it. Like this arena, obviously, is in a giant asteroid field in the asteroid ring around this big gas giant. And so the objective here is that there is one faction here that's trying to mine the asteroids, and they'll have a bunch of these little robotic mining vessels that are flying around between all the asteroids, mining
I've built those,
them,
by the way.
and then taking
They're not in the game
the
yet. But
and then taking the ore back to the ore processor, which is this big structure sort of in the center of the arena that you can fly through. One team's objective would be to protect all of those little AI-controlled little mining ships that are flying around. The other team's objective is to try and destroy as many of them as they can. And so it ends up being a tug of war. And then, so, depending on whether or not those objectives are met, one team is going to try and retreat with their capital ship at the end of, either destroying all of the drones or protecting them. And it would be the other team's objective then, towards the end of the match, to take down that capital ship before it can retreat into fold space.
by the way, if you look at some of our older videos or screenshots, we have the capital ships, the destroyers, in the game. We took them out as part of rebuilding the spawn system, but they are in, and they're great looking.
Yeah.
Cool.
Big miles-long capital ships that
'Cause-
bristling with guns.
Because I think I mean, I'm not a big fan of arena shooters for some reason, but I'll be honest. But things like that kind of objective-based gameplay in Unreal Tournament 2004, for example, really just kept me going for ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd love to do it.
I used to love that. You know what else? The other mode I used to love in Unreal Tournament was the assault mode.
Oh,
where-
that's what I was talking about, the assault mode.
Yeah, where you had like those they were just points on the map, and it was a tug of war. So you'd have to capture point 1 and then point 2 and point 3, all the way up to the opposing team's base, and they were trying to do the same thing from the opposite direction. And so whoever could capture all of the points up to the other person's base won the match. And so it was sort of a tug of war. We had designed a very similar system. There's not for this arena, but there's a different arena that we have called Hell's Porch, which is a giant shipyard surrounded by a bunch of black holes. It's really cool looking. You can see that in some of our other videos as well.
Yes.
But that
assault
has a
mode.
structure such that you could capture different points in it and have a tug of war style sort of King of the Hill system, like in Unreal Tournament's Assault mode.
Right, that it was assault mode I was thinking of that I love so much. That and onslaught mode, which is vehicle based, so that would work for you because you got to take control points in that as well.
Yeah.
Do you hear on the call how sometimes every now and then you'll hear somebody be like, ah, or grunt or something? It's like, sometimes it's so hard not to just shout, like, I just popped you like a water balloon full of chunky soup.
You should
Or
say that.
right when you're about to kill somebody and then somebody tags you and it's like, mother, come on.
one of the things we haven't added yet is the chatter between the pilots.
Oh, nice.
We've already had one of our voice actresses record a bunch of lines for one of our Australian accented star pilots that has, you
Dang
know,
it.
she's basically trash talking other pilots and reacting to certain events that happen, like getting shot or getting a missile locked, things like that, and they're all pretty funny.
Grumpy, I
Nice.
just saw cluster missiles by the thousands coming from my face.
That was pretty
I
great.
just spawned and I have no controls all of a sudden.
Oh no.
Bug?
Do you see your ship?
Yes, it's directly in front of me. It just keeps flying into a rock.
Oh, interesting.
Did you?
Is
did you?
the window active? Are you playing in windowed mode?
I was about to say, did you all tab out or something?
Oh, you know what? I might have. Hold on. No, because I can like pull up the scoreboard. I can.
Oh, weird.
Crap.
Yeah.
We
Try
have like a rain of missiles going on right here.
Oh, I
Try
see.
backing
Oh
up.
my God,
Yeah, I'll do that.
I see that.
Yeah, I'm flying a GCDF fighter, so you're gonna see missiles everywhere.
Right. So,
Oh,
so there are what, 5 or 6 factions in this game that have different fighters and stuff.
Yeah, there's 5 different factions, and they are sort of the main factions of the game. Each of them contributes 4 different starfighters, all of which are not currently in the game, but there will be 4 different starfighters per faction. So that's the first 20 starfighters, and all of those fighters sort of are built for a specific combat role. You'll have interceptors and space superiority fighters and bombers, and they'll all have different attributes along those role lines. And then there's another 16 different fighters that we are considering the mercenary fighters, and they represent sort of the extremes of the attributes. We have 2 of them in the game so far. One of them is the Hell Folly. It's a ship that's super overpowered weapons and speed and maneuverability, but it has no shields, so it tends to blow up if you sneeze on it. There's another ship called the Avenger that's just basically a missile platform. It can spit out missiles like it's its job. But then it
Batman's flying one of those.
has, other weaker attributes that sort of put it on the extreme of the attribute scale.
It only has one little pea shooter for a gun.
Yeah. So
Sounds like a missile boat from TIE Fighter.
yeah. So there's a lot of different sort of mercenary fighters that you can fly as part of any faction. You're just aligned with whatever faction's ACMC you launch out of
Oh, nice.
from one of those mercenary fighters. So there's going to be 36 different ships in the game.
Nice.
Damn it.
We're
Now,
done.
will there be any kind of persistence for your pilot or for anything like that?
Your score will follow you.
Okay.
So you'll have a lifetime sort of leaderboard rank with all of your stats, your kills, your assists, your suicides, your from the grave kills that I'm sure you've gotten many of this game. Killing people after you've already died by hitting them with a missile you launched before you exploded, or hitting them with your carcass, or it's never not funny.
Dang it! Now I'm just.
So yeah, there's going to be a bunch of stats like that, and one of the ideas that we're still trying to flesh out is the idea that you can unlock certain starfighters and certain hardpoint weapons, which can be customized and added to any ship that you choose. That you would unlock these ships and weapons based on performing certain achievements, like getting 500 kills in a multiplayer match, or getting 50 from the grave kills, or whatever, and you would start to unlock all of these other ships and weapons, and they would become available to you.
Okay, because yeah, what I'm thinking is, I mean, it's good that you can unlock stuff, but it's still good that you have a lot of very capable fighters that a new player can come in
Exactly.
and feel like, oh, these guys have been playing for 1,800 hours. They're just going to waste me. I have no chance of playing. I'm not even going to bother.
There's no chance of that in Sector 13 because no one fighter is better than another, even the ones that you unlock. There's no one weapon that's better than another. They're all going to be balanced against each other. They'll all just be different.
Freaking
Right,
A Space Batman. Freaking-
Do you have the bug where the engine sound is constantly playing?
I do.
I do.
I-
I
have,
didn't
like,
notice
a
it at first,
boost
but
sound
it's back.
looping.
I do not, thankfully.
I haven't fixed it yet.
Yeah, if you could just go ahead and fix that, that'd be terrific.
Sure, I'll just wave my magic programming wand.
If you could come in on Sunday too, that would be terrific. That would be terrific.
That's
You
all
know,
I
because
do.
we gotta play catch
Come in
up.
on.
Thanks, Peter.
Eat it, Space Batman! Eat it!
I saw your missiles. They were just kind
Ah,
of.
son of a...
Someone's got a grudge for Space Batman.
Still just spinning in circles.
We're looking at the next supervillain
Man, Phil, we
for
gotta
the
get
Space
you.
Batman comic series.
Somebody
Uh,
needs to be Space Joker.
Oh
It's
no!
simple, Brian. We kill
Oh
the
my
Space
god!
Batman.
How are you not dying from all those missiles? I don't have any more missiles.
We kill the Space Batman. That's very good. That's very good.
Okay, I need to. Where is my ship? I need to land.
Sick reference, bro. Seriously, your references are off the hook.
I just watched that the other day. Oh my god, that movie's amazing.
Why won't you die? Yeah, one of our programmers, Tim Grotman, who currently works for Ouya.
Oh wow.
He's been with the team for many years, and he lives up in Seattle.
Oh okay.
He coined the term stupicide.
I like
I
that.
decided to keep it.
I like that. I like Stupicide.
Yes.
I enjoy that. So, Space Batman, you have to actually talk in the Christian Bale Batman voice for the rest of the match. I will accept nothing else.
Land. Yes.
No Kevin Conroy bullshit. This is Christian Bale.
Oh, Kevin Conroy's the man.
Well, yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta. Since we brought up Dark Knight,
Kevin Conroy, if you hear this and want to voice one of our pilots,
oh,
that'd be great.
he does.
Also,
He does do video
also-
game work. Sorry, go ahead.
Acceptable is Adam West. You do the Adam West voice. That would be.
Now, if you guys got Brian Blessed in here, I think he should have a voice in everything. So, Gordon's
and,
alive.
So, Eric, why don't you give a shout out to your project? Happy Polygon?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yeah, let's see. Dwim Salvage Co., a mobile game, just came out on Android.
Oh,
Free.
what's that?
Check it out. It's basically so you are the captain of a salvage ship, and you have to retrieve retrieve stuff from the water.
Oh,
It's a kid's game. You have to retrieve
Yeah, it
shit.
has nice graphics provided by Stuffy, of course, and there's
Missiles
162
everywhere.
levels, over
What's it-
150 objects.
what's it called? I'm gonna look at the Play Store right now on my phone.
Dwim's Salvage Co. It's DWIM apostrophe S.
The problem with these app stores is discoverability is just terrible.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I found on the Fire TV. I developed a game called Super Pixalo, and it's out on the Ouya. It's been out on the Ouya for a long time, and it just came out on Steam. But this fall, Amazon sent me a unit and told me to put it on there, and I'm like, all right. They promised thousands of users, and that was a lie. And I've sold, I think, like 8 copies, maybe.
Yeah, I don't even want to imagine how tough it is in the mobile space. I mean, there's a reason I don't cover it. I just don't have the brain space. You know, I mean, PC games are tough enough to cover because
Yeah.
there's so many of them. I mean, it's great. I'm not really complaining, but oh my god, I wish I didn't have to sleep or eat or work.
Yeah, mobile's a tough market. We're done with mobile for now.
Can't say I blame you.
Speaking of PC,
I'm downloading your game, by the way.
okay, great. Please let us know if any troubles, or hopefully you like it. Since you're also into space games, we also have a game called Space Impossible, which the prototype was released in August 2013, and we're currently working on the alpha now.
Space Impossible.
Yes, spaceimpossible.com.
It's pretty cool.
It's a 2D game, but everything's made out. Basically, I would describe it as sort of Terraria in space.
Oh,
In the sense that everything's made out of tiles. Everything's totally destructible. You can cut stuff into pieces and chunks, and then they become their own objects. And there's physics, there's mining, there's AI. It's all in there.
Okay, yeah, I've got the site up now. I'll check it out after this. Thank you.
It is really cool. I've played it a couple times.
I'm
Ryan,
always
you had a
happy.
chance to switch starfighters yet?
Me? No, I don't know how to.
If you
But
let's see, what are you
thoughts
flying? You're
seem
flying a
to-
Drac. If you can try and target Smuggler, I'll be flying around your ACMC. If you fly up its butt, you'll get a little prompt on the screen. It says click Y to land, and you can choose a different one if you like. All right, I'm flying around your ACMC right now.
Yeah, I just have to target it I just
I
have
was
to
about to
find
kill
you.
you, but I'm like, no, I want to go let him land.
I have to find you. I don't know where you are.
With keyboard, what do you press the prompt?
It's Y on
Y.
the keyboard.
Okay, I'm just hitting X and I can't find you. You guys need a target list. That's all you need. You need a target.
We're all over by it now. Grumpy Sam, Smuggler, Stuffy, we're all over by
Okay,
it.
so this thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
This
the big black ship, the bigger, blacker ship.
Just go around behind
Oh,
it and
I
see
see it.
stuff
Okay, it looks like the thing from G-Force. It didn't give me the option. Come here, buddy. You gotta slow down.
There's a little landing pad in the back. Just fly right up it.
Okay, hang on. Okay.
Yeah.
Kendis in the chat room would like to know what you guys think of No Man's Sky.
I can't wait for No Man's Sky.
That's
I don't know as I'm digging the art style yet. It's definitely a unique style, and it's very consistent throughout. But it sounds like a really cool game, and I really am pulling for those guys to make it great. It's a pretty small team working on No Man's Sky for, I think, PS4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really.
looking forward to it.
Okay, the land thing passes by so fast, I don't hit it in time.
Yeah, we need to make that a little more forgiving.
Yep. One thing that we're gonna actually do a couple of things for that. One of them is to, you know how you have the little like red arrow that points to your target.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you one of those to point back to your ACMC, so you always know where to go. It'll be a different
Okay.
color. It'll be sort of called out differently. And then we're gonna actually, when you get close to it, you'll actually see the landing zone as a big transparent holographic box
Oh.
that you can fly into.
Okay, apparently that wasn't it. Oh, it's this one, this sleek one over here. Okay. Let's come here. Oh, nope, still couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really tough. I've been trying about 20 times, and occasionally Stuffy's killing me, which is not helping.
Nope, still can't do it. I keep hitting it. I keep running into it, but I can't. Nope.
Do you see the prompt come up on your screen?
I did for like a nanosecond, but by the time I actually hit Y,
Do you see where I am? Like, I flew way, way, way behind it, and I'm turning around and coming back.
Fly real slow. Use your slow speed.
I'm on the slow speed. That's the thing. I'm on
It's
the slow speed.
on the top of landings are usually on the top of the
Oh, on the top.
ACMCs.
Well, it's for your ship. It's the back. It's the upper back.
Okay, I think that flew by the wrong one. God, oh, there's the one I think I need to fly by. Okay. Candice in the chat says brakes would help.
Yes.
Actually, one of the special maneuvers I'd like to implement is an instant stop. That would only be viable for about half a second or so, but the ability to instant stop and reorient your fighter, I think, would be very, very useful.
That would be cool.
I mean, our game is kind
Hey.
of based on perpetual motion, but
Sorry for setting you on fire. Oh.
Yeah,
that's
no, you're not.
Oh, did you die, Drew? That's a
did.
shame.
I was trying to guide Veloxy back to.
I can see
Oh,
my
I can do that.
I can see my thingy.
No,
I just
that
can't.
just blew you to bits. So.
Oh, I did it! Yay! Oh, I just kept pounding on the Y. Okay.
Nice.
Let's see. How do I select? Oh, I got to use the mouse for this. Oh, this apparently doesn't use the gamepad to select in this.
We should rename these Drac fighters the Rapists.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
These things are so overpowered right now.
So what's the difference between space superiority and a tactical fighter?
Nothing yet.
Oh,
really is in relation to the hardpoint system and the amount of configuration options that'll be available to that fighter.
They do have slightly different attributes, but they're not dialed in for those particular roles yet.
Are the
Okay.
Magnari guns more powerful now? I'm just burning through starfighters with the Falcon.
I'm not sure. I love the Falcon.
It's like
I don't remember if I overpowered. I don't think that I overpowered them above anybody else.
point, shoot, explode is the current motto.
Ah, nice.
Burning corpses, falling down.
So what you flying, Brian?
I don't know. Some Data Rex advanced fighter thing.
Oh, Daytrax.
When you said that, I heard it in the accent and voice of the sales guy in Resident Evil 4. What are you flying?
Which I've never played.
Did you pick the saber or the rapier? They're all
I
named
think,
after swords.
I think the rapier.
That's my favorite. That's always been my favorite fighter. Somebody on Twitter accused me of ripping off an X-Wing for that one. I was like, excuse me, bro?
This does not look like an X-Wing. What are they
No.
talking about?
Yeah, they didn't know.
Not that Star Wars isn't an influence of mine, because of course it is.
Or every space game that has ever
I
been
know,
made.
right? Oh crap! You know what, guys? I apologize. I have to leave here in a couple minutes. I promised my son at 2 o'clock today we would go to GameStop and get Majora's Mask.
What?
And get what?
Majora's Mask they just remade it for the 3DS.
What is that?
Guys, Legend of Zelda Majora's
Zelda?
Mask.
Oh, Mask.
It was the
Look it
redheaded
up. The
stepchild.
reviews, the reviews are
Kids are you?
fantastic.
Oh!
Oh, I just got.
I think I just killed you by running into you.
I don't know what happened there, but I was in the middle of it and survived. I hit the screenshot button a few times just to prove it.
Nice. I never remember to hit the freaking screenshot button.
Dude, get me screenshots.
Which, by the way, is the left thumbstick. You click it like a button.
Huh.
No,
That's pretty handy, actually.
Oh, did you die again, Drew? What the
Okay,
shit?
so my son is knocking on my office door, and I know exactly what he wants.
The puppy dog eyes and everything.
Yeah, seriously, read the reviews for it. They say it's absolutely fantastic. It's really
I've
good.
never played a Zelda game. I know.
Whoa,
What?
you're missing a piece of gaming history, man.
Who are you?
Neither have I. I've never played the original.
The only
Zelda.
the only Nintendos I've ever owned are Game Boys. I never really had a Zelda game.
Those Zelda games are pure magic, man.
Yeah, I got a coworker. She's got a Triforce or whatever tattoo, and
Nice.
No way.
she
All
has,
right, but I gotta run. I gotta
has
keep
a
my
s-
promise here.
has a sword.
Brian, man, it was great to meet you. and it was
Oh, great meeting
fun
you,
playing
man.
with you. And I'll tell you what, I'll keep you on the invite list from now on. If you don't
Oh,
mind.
yeah,
We'll get an
definitely.
email now and then where we're playing a session.
Definitely. I might not always be able to make it, but if I can, I will.
Yeah, no worries. no
Anytime
pressure.
that you can, you're welcome to play, and no pressure if you can't.
Awesome.
And anybody out there in Twitch land, whoever wants to give us a try with us, just shoot us a message.
Yep.
Follow us on Twitter.
Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on our Facebook.
Yeah, I'll be putting this up on the blog probably on Monday, maybe, or
Cool.
maybe this weekend. I'll definitely export this to YouTube. So.
Sweet.
Yeah, we could really use the footage for
Oh,
our
yeah.
upcoming trailers and things. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely. Happy.
And everybody
happy to help.
else, Eric, Lewis, Stuffy, Phil, it's always great to see you guys. Grumpy,
Alright.
I'm going to email you. I've got an idea I want to share. I don't know if you guys can hear it in the background, but I got my son an actual ocarina for Christmas.
Oh, what?
Legend of Zelda Ocarina. Can you hear him playing it in the background? He's playing the Song of Time on his ocarina.
Nice.
What's an ocarina?
You Zelda players will
You,
know
you
what I'm
moved
talking
on from the iPhone version?
I bought him a real ceramic ocarina on
Nice.
Amazon.
An ocarina is like a flute, and it was made popular by the Legend of Zelda game, Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for the Nintendo 64.
Yep. Anyway, I gotta go. See everybody.
Sorry to be
Yeah,
a
Joe.
human Wikipedia right there.
No, that's
so-
fine. We all have our loves.
I gotta get
Oh.
off at 2.
Well, Ryan has to
Well.
work with Drew, so it's understandable that he knows these things.
Yes.
It's a survival trait.
Indeed.
So when will people be able to give this a shot? Because someone wants to. The Candace in the chat would really love to give this game a shot.
We would love to have she or he is who is it?
It's in the Space Game Junkie Twitch chat room. His name is Kendis_DAI.
Cool.
And
Yeah, we would love to have you as a guest to play with us sometime. The full game will be hopefully coming out later this year for purchase. We are going to be doing a Kickstarter campaign.
Oh,
when's
that?
We're hoping to get that started by the middle of the year, so like late second quarter, early third quarter, along with a greenlight campaign for Steam.
Right.
So be looking out for that. But in the meantime, if you would like to play with us anytime, please follow us on Twitter and just hit us up with a Twitter message.
And what is your Twitter?
Our Twitter handle is @LifeInSector13.
Was Sector 13 taken?
It was, unfortunately. There is some sort of Spanish language Sector 13 movie or something that came out a long time ago, and they have all of the social media things snapped up for that. But you can also find us on Facebook, on facebook.com/Sector13Game. And you can find us on Instagram @LifeInSector13. And we do have a Twitch channel.
Yeah, I'll definitely link to the website, which has links to all that when I put this up on the blog.
Cool.
But yeah, I sent him your Twitter, so hopefully he'll be hitting you up. Now I have a question.
Sure.
We're not done playing, are we? We're gonna keep playing.
Not at all. We can play as long as you like.
I'll play a little while longer, but so my question is, a lot of these arena games, they don't last because it seems like the authors just kind of put it out there and go, whatever. You know? What do you guys have planned in the way of like persistent events or weekly things or anything like that will keep the player base coming back?
The great thing about the design of Sector 13
Yeah.
is that there's so much potential for new content in the way of new fighters, in the way of new weapons, new arenas, new environments, and new gameplay modes. That our plan is, after the release of version 1.0, is absolutely not to abandon it. This is a game we're going to keep developing for as long as the fans keep loving it, to be adding all kinds of new content all the time. We have not yet talked about events per se in the game, but that's definitely something that I would like to pursue. We have talked about having certain special developer death matches where you get, you play with the developers, earning special achievements for participating in those, and different celebrity matches and things like that. So, and by celebrities I mean celebrities amongst the community of fans, of the game and stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff that we'd like to do along those lines in the future, and this is definitely, this game has been a labor of love for many, many years. Like I said, we started working on this back in 2001. That was in my dorm room back in college when Drew and I were in college together, and we had built, that was back during the original Xbox days, and using GeForce 3s in the PC and
oh god,
stuff like that.
Oh, and, I had one of those. Oh my god.
I rolled my own engine for the game back then, using DirectX 8.1.
Oh god.
And it was great. We actually won some awards with it and took it to the GDC in 2005, and we were on the show floor showing it off, and we got a lot of attention.
Wait, what was it called back then?
It was called Sector 13 back then.
Huh.
And back then it was just a tech demo. And then in about 2005, we started rewriting the game using the Ogre engine, which was a free indie engine at the time, which has pretty much gone the way of the dodo, I think, for the most part at this point. And then we almost immediately got jobs in the industry, which required us contractually to stop working on Sector 13.
Oh, no.
We had to shelve it for a little while we made games for the Isotex company, working on the Iron Grip series.
Oh, I've seen those.
And Drew was a producer on those, and I was technical director on those. And once that gig was over, we picked Sector 13 back up, and this was in 2012. and started from scratch using the Unity engine.
Right.
We still had a ton of great art and stuff from the older versions that we were able to reuse, but we've pretty much started from scratch. So this version that you're seeing today is been worked on part-time over the last 3 years in our spare time, after work, on the weekends and stuff. And we've got a phenomenal team of volunteers. We've made this on... we've spent almost $0 making this version. We've spent a little bit of money here and there on software, and some things in the Unity Asset Store and things like that. But this is a true blue shoestring budget indie game that we hope you guys will really, really like when it's done.
Now, I've asked this of other developers before, and they say Unity is the problem here. But will this game be moddable?
That's another thing that people have asked us a lot about. We don't currently have any plans. We haven't been building it with that in mind.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that it won't be moddable.
Right.
I would absolutely love to make the game moddable. I would love for players to. We have talked about at least letting players design their own arenas and environments to play in. We have talked about letting players design their own ships, either by using the in-game models and letting them tweak the attributes to whatever they'd like them to be. But it hasn't really been a focus for the development team. We have really been focusing on the core gameplay, making the game really, really fun, getting that flight model to be, really tight and responsive, and making sure the explosions look really cool. There's a few core pillars of our gameplay that we really, really want to focus on, and moddability really hasn't been that for us yet. But
that's fair.
Yeah, definitely, I would love to be able to do that.
It's just time, because it is
Sure.
a game that we've only been done in the spare time, and
Right.
with almost no... everything we buy with our own money.
Right.
There is no company that buys the software that we want to use for art or video production or anything like that. So it's whatever we scrape together ourselves. So we can't say... there are features we would like to implement, but a lot of it depends on the Kickstarter. How much does Kickstarter pull in?
Right.
Does the
makes
green light
sense.
get the go-ahead? So we would like for a single-player storyline as well, but the multiplayer goes first. Like, at the start, we will make this multiplayer game the way that, Drew and Ryan envision it. And then the other features will come if there is funding for it.
Right.
So at the core, it should be a very fun multiplayer experience, and that's what it should be as the basics. And then, as you've seen with Star Citizen and whatnot, things can grow from there.
Right.
With how much funding they set out to get versus how much they actually have now and how much they can do. If the funding is there, then we can do a lot more.
Right.
Than just a fun multiplayer game.
Yeah, moddability may even be a stretch goal on Kickstarter.
Oh. Oh. Well, guys, I do have to go, but this has been a lot of fun, and we're going to revisit this once you guys launch your Kickstarter. We should bring you on the podcast to
That would be awesome. I would love that.
talk about it. Yeah, do you guys have an idea of when the Kickstarter is going to launch? Because we can schedule you ahead of time and stuff.
We're thinking June.
Okay, that's probably a pretty decent time.
So we're really hoping to be there by June. We have some new videos to produce. We're actually relaunching our website. It'll be sector13.net.
Oh, okay.
We'll be relaunching that here within the next couple of weeks, and shortly after that will be Kickstarter. So we're really hoping to be on Kickstarter by June.
All right, once you have a better idea of when that's going to happen, ping me.
Sure.
And we'll schedule you for the podcast. And Kendis says thanks for introducing him to a new game.
Awesome.
Which
Thank
is
you
really,
for checking us out.
Which is one of the things I'm here for. I'm really always happy to help fans find new games and games find new fans.
So awesome. We really appreciate it. We really appreciate your feedback. And
Oh yeah, I love seeing how the damn sausage is made, and this has been very enlightening. And I'm definitely gonna try out this Space Impossible game.
it's really cool. Yeah, you should totally
I'll
check out
follow that on Twitter and all that.
and
stuff.
all the other games at Happy Polygon.
Happy Polygon. Okay.
Yep,
There's
that's
no link.
me and Stuffy.
Oh, okay. If I may suggest, you might want to have Happy Polygon LLC be a link to your Happy Polygon site. Just saying. On the bottom of the site here. I'm a usability
yeah.
nut. I'm a usability nut when it comes to websites. So I can't not see this kind of shit because it's kind of my it's kind of my job.
Yes.
But
Which
yeah.
website are you talking about?
SpaceImpossible.com. There's
Oh, yeah.
so like if I wanted to go to Happy Polygon, I should. Oh look, Happy Polygon. Oh, I can't click it. I can't do anything. So just a hint.
Yeah. Oh, good point. When we first launched the Space Impossible site, happypolygon.com didn't exist. So we do need to revisit it.
Oh, whoops.
Been deep into alpha development. It's been kind of dead on the webpage.
Oh,
But the
I
prototype
see.
is there, and it's completely playable. So yeah, please check it out.
I'm going to make sure that we put a Happy Polygon link on our new website, too.
Yeah, definitely.
We're building our new website with the fantastic squarespace.com service.
No. Stop it. Don't do that. No.
You're not a fan, huh?
Oh god. If you really wanted to hate yourself, you can go to Wix. If you really
or
want.
Weebly, whatever that is.
Oh yeah,
I've
Webley.
been really happy with Squarespace.
Yeah,
Squarespace-
they're okay if you know nothing about making a web page. I guess they're all right, but
It's
eventually,
really great even if you do, because you can do a lot of custom stuff. And
right?
I
But
have.
but the problem is they don't allow full control like your own self-hosted WordPress installation would, which is a big pet peeve of mine. Oh well, I'm still streaming and not doing anything, so I'm pretty much flying in a straight line. So
Yeah, that's true. Our current website is actually self-hosted on WordPress, and the only problem with WordPress is basically it's Swiss cheese when it comes to security. And
yeah.
it's also, as an indie studio with no money, our hosting costs are really can be a big problem.
That's fair.
Especially when you start
Yeah.
considering things like, needing a CDN so that your so that your website is hosted speedily for anyone in the world who goes there, and not just the people, say, on the East Coast of the United States.
Right.
So, it's that's why we've gone with a service like Squarespace, which handles all of that for us for a very
okay.
low cost.
That's totally fair. I get it. I'm just this is my SEO brain kicking in. I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, it's totally valid. You do sacrifice some of that customizability and that ability to host large files and stuff.
Yeah, it makes our life a lot more difficult when there's certain things we can't do, or when a client asks us, "Can we do this with our site?" and we're like, no, you can't." So
Yeah.
So I just had not had the greatest experiences with Squarespace hosted clients, but thankfully there haven't been many of them.
Yeah.
But anyway,
it's for an indie studio that just needs a simple marketing site.
yeah, then that's fine. I get it. That's fine. I'm just, once you get a little bigger, maybe just think of expanding to something better. That's all I'm gonna
Oh,
say.
absolutely. Yeah. Once we're diving into our Scrooge McDuck style vaults from the proceeds of Sector 13, then we'll think about running our own servers and hosting our own site with our own software.
Right. I'm gonna cut the stream. Thank you so much, guys. Hang on.
Yeah.
And
Thank you, dude.
thanks for watching, Candace, and everyone in the chat.